Hello, my name's Nicola George. I have been a TV presenter and host since 2007, working all the way across the world. Most recently, after I had my children, I worked as an on-air stylist for QVC UK because in my spare time, I love to decorate, design and renovate homes, which we've also done all over the world, from Sydney to France to London, and we just recently renovated our home right here in Georgia. I, as a designer, want things that look pretty, that look beautiful. Of course I do, that's part of the joy and excitement of the job, but they have to be practical and they have to work and make my life easier. I don't think there's a brand that encapsulates that more. Hi, I'm Nicola George and I have been a TV presenter and host since 2007, working all the way around the world, most recently as an on-air stylist for QVC UK. What I love to do in my spare time is design and renovate homes, which we've also done all around the world, in Sydney, France, London, and most recently we did a design project right here in Georgia where we now live and love. I, as a stylist, want things that look pretty. I want all the pretty things, but I also want things that work, that make my life easier, that don't just have form over function, they have both. And I don't think there's a brand that encapsulates that more for the kitchen than Joseph Joseph. Twin brothers who started designing in the UK, they would see something that didn't quite work as well as they wanted and think, why isn't it just like this? And then they did it. My first purchase from Joseph Joseph was a Joseph Joseph chopping board many moons ago. Now, I looked at a few of my chopping boards before I did this, and there was some embarrassments. In fact, I'm just gonna tuck this safely back in the drawer because a lot of my chopping boards were very, very scratched, which is not great. That harbors bacteria. They were just beaten up and used because I use them every single day, multiple times a day. I'm always cooking or making a snack for my kids. So my chopping boards have to work hard. What I love about these Joseph Joseph chopping boards is that they have thought so carefully about the material that they have used. They will be much more resistant to getting those knife marks and those scratch marks, and therefore have longevity for you. They will last a longer time. They have a slight recess too, so if you're chopping things like fruit that has a juice or meat, anything like that that you don't want running off the chopping board, it won't. They also have non-slip little grippy feet. So when you put it down, it is not moving on that bench, which is of course important when you're chopping, especially when you're chopping something that's really tough like spaghetti squash, or you're using a really sharp knife. Now, we all know what a chopping board does, and we definitely want all of those extra functions to give us more longevity. But look at how stylish these are. They are so sleek. The front of this is almost like a brushed metal feel. And then you've got those beautiful colors, the light gray, the slightly darker gray, and that beautiful navy blue at the back. Super easy to grab and go because you've got those handles on the top. But unlike a lot of chopping board sets like this where you can only grab them from the top, you can also grab these from the side. And that's so important because it means that if you want to store it away in a cupboard and just grab the chopping board from the side, you don't have to lift it out of the top, which means you wouldn't be able to store it in a cupboard if you wanted to. However, I do feel like if you bought these, it would be a bit of a crime if they were stashed away in the cupboard. And honestly, that's one of the reasons that I really like this set. Kitchens can be very tight for storage. You know, you can build a beautiful big kitchen and still not have enough storage. I don't. There are so many pots and pans, but on top of that, my kitchen is where all the craft materials and the Play-Doh and the crayons and the paints, they all live here too. So what I'm really short on is cupboard space and drawer space. This is perfect because it sits right there on the bench, but it also acts like a part of the design and like part of the decoration because they look so sleek and stylish. Just to show you from the side, they've got a really, really low profile, so they don't take up much room at all. They will sit nice and flat against a wall. And also they are super accessible. You know, chopping boards, like I said, we use them over and over and over again throughout the day. So it is a bit more difficult if you have to reach into the drawer or reach into the cupboard, the kitchen cupboard, to grab a chopping board. If they're right there, it makes it super easy. The color coordination also helps not only style, but of course, you know, practicality. You can use it for different types of food, like separate meat, fish, dairy, or fruits and vegetables. Also great if anyone has allergies in the home, so you can allocate a certain chopping board color to that person just to make it nice and safe when you're preparing foods. Joseph & Joseph are definitely showcasing what they do best with this great chopping board set. They're giving you style, but that fantastic practicality and durability.